Okay, today we're going to 35 acres in Fisher's Peak Ranch. And this is the park in the middle of Trinidad. We're leaving Trinidad. The property is basically west of Trinidad, about 6 miles, so it's not far from town. Just had to come to the bank and get some gas, and I'm going to show you the drive as you go out of town and up to the property. And hopefully I've just been sitting here looking at the leaves on the trees. Hopefully it's not too windy for me to fly my drone. So I have a pretty downtown area. We're crossing the Purgatory River here. It comes out of the dam. Trinidad Lake's just right back up there, and they're not letting any water out right now because there's not a lot of water. We've been in a drought for a while. I'm gonna get a little gas and then head up to the property, and I'll be showing you the drive. So I'm going to be starting from basically the center of Trinidad here. Mickey D's. No one's ever seen one of them. Okay, we're leaving the sub shop where I just got gas, and I wanted to show you. You come up to the roundabout. Wind's blowing. I'll roll this window. You come up to the roundabout and you take it. I'm losing my maps. Oh. Okay. You come up to the roundabout and take a right. This is University Avenue, I believe. It also just leads on out to Highway 12. And when you get to the end of this road, you take a left. And we're going to go up Stonewall Avenue and then take a right on one of those streets to get onto Atchison Avenue, which will take us right to the county road. This is Prospect Street. There's a rental place. You can rent all kinds of equipment and stuff if you need that. Health food store. So you just follow this road. Here's another, this is City Park in Trinidad. And they have a little lake pond in the back of that. Some greenhouses here. You can buy plants at and stuff. This is Trinidad High School. And Stonewall Avenue just keeps going straight right here. That's what we're going to do. If you take a left, you're going to head up to the mountains, Monument Lake, the public lands, all that. So now we're on Stonewall Avenue. Then you can see Fisher's Peak real good. It's 10,000 feet over Trinidad, Fisher's Peak. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to take a right on Navajo and come up to Atchison. And then this road goes out of town and takes us up into the hills. Like I say, the property's not very far from town. It's real nice. And there's no dues or fees in Fisher's Peak Ranch. So as we go on Atchison here, we'll just come to the end of the road and then follow the dirt road going up to. We didn't come very far. As you come to the end of Atchison, you take a right onto this dirt road. You see these apartment buildings. This is County Road 67.7, I believe is what it said. There's a couple of ways into Fisher's Peak Ranch, but this is the most obvious, easiest way to get into this property. Shift gear. And since these are county roads, these are yearly maintained year-round. We have average winter temperature about 50 degrees. Down here maybe a little warmer. And summer temperature probably about 85, 80, 85. Okay, when you come to this sign, it says Prospect Canyon and then Compton Ridge to the left. We go right at this sign. Again, we're not very far from town. Just had to check the map. It says it's gated. I hope it isn't, because I don't have the code. My lucky day. Another owner came up in here and opened the gate. So, okay, like I said, we're going to be coming up here a little ways, and the property's going to be up here on the hill, so we should have some pretty good views. And we got to get to the sharp turnaround up here, and I'll show that to you when we get there. Okay, we only came maybe a mile past the gate, and this is the sharp turn. Watch where I'm going. So we're going to end up on top of the hill right up there. They're going to have real good views of Fisher's Peak and probably Trinidad City lights and stuff as well. Got to go around the base of this hill and we'll end up on top. Yeah, Fisher's Peak is huge. Fisher's Peak sits over Trinidad. Like I said, it's about 10,000 feet. So the lady that lives there, she's a real famous artist from all over the country and the world. It's Fisher's Peak, and we're going to be getting up on top of the hill up here. We just got to find the left-hand turn off the main road. There may be covenants in here. I'll have to check with the owner, since it is a gated community. That's good, because then also that means they're going to be maintaining their roads. I don't remember these roads being this nice the last time I sold property in here. Yeah, that's just pretty. We're still driving on the main road that we first drove in on. I think I see that left-hand turn coming up. Here we go. Okay, we're taking a left onto, well, it's nice they have signs, Deer Canyon Road. We are on Winter Hot. Okay, now I'm on this Deer Canyon Road, and this is the right road. I just talked to one of the owners in the ranch. He was really nice. There's an old RV on this property too, so that's what we're going to drive to take a look at this property. Just got to go up here a little ways, say about about 2 miles, and he informed me there are no covenants. They do have a road association, and the dues, and all it is for is the roads. The dues are $300 or $350 a year. Being close to town, there's quite a few neighbors, but up this road nobody lives up here. And he was telling me one of the owners in here is going to be real interested in this piece up here, because he just like to have a nice private piece. So we're going to go all the way over there and switch back around. Those are the eastern plains east of I-25, going all the way to Kansas and such. Pueblo from here, Pueblo, Colorado, is about an hour. Colorado Springs, hour and a half. Denver, 2.5 hours. Raton, New Mexico, about an hour from here, or less, about 45 minutes. That's going to be the major portion of Fisher's Peak Ranch. Look in this direction. Come up here and take this dog leg. Get the gear. Okay, up here just a little bit, we're gonna veer off to the left. It might be right here. I have to check my map. Nope, don't want to go off the cliff. Oh yeah, yeah, it might be right here. Yeah, there's Trinidad. So you see all the city lights from right here. I imagine you'll be able to see all this. You see I-25 south into Raton, or I mean to New Mexico and Raton. That's Fisher's Peak. Yeah, so right after that dog leg we just took, there's a bunch of geese flying by. I don't know if you can see those or not. Oh my, there's a bunch. Whoa. See all those geese. They just keep coming. There, you see them way back there too. Huh. Oh, they're just kind of coming, hanging right over the top of the cliff here. So anyway, at that Y, right after that real big dog leg, check them out. You stay left, and we'll be getting to the property. And this little road ends at the RV site where this old RV is sitting. I'm not going to fly my drone in this weather today. Oh yeah, here we are. We're at the property. As soon as you see this RV, and there's power pulled up to it too. So this is, we drove in from this direction. We drove by those houses here and then circled around and then came up the road. You can see the Sangre de Cristos in the background right there. The tippy tops of them. So this will be on the property right here. Okay, I should have mentioned when we were driving in, when we were first driving in, we went through the gate, we came in here heading north, and then we did that switch sharp dog leg to start coming all the way around the hill, and then coming up the, we just saw the geese right here, and then we drove in here, and when we get to the RV, we just crossed the, oh, let's see, no, this is the northern side of the property where the RV's at. Top of the map's north. Anyway, we drove in coming from Trinidad in the gate, drove around, came all the way around off the map, and then came up, hit that other dog leg right there, took a left, parked right there overseeing Fisher's Peak, Trinidad, and saw geese, and then we drove in to the RV site right here. So the northern boundary, it's actually not the northern boundary, that'd be, we've got this map, that'd be like the western boundary. This is the way the map should go. This is north. So we're here at the RV site, and what I was going to say is driving in all along the bottom. As soon as you go past that dog leg right there, everything on the left is this property. So it's pretty much steep going downhill from here, but you got great views of Fisher's Peak back this direction. I'll get out and take it away. Like I say, they got power pulled up here. Oh, well, that's nice. You're ready to go. You got a couple plugs. Views of Fisher's Peak overlooking Trinidad. You can see Trinidad right back down through there. Right in there. You get this. These, if they've set for a while, they usually probably have some pack rats in there to take some cleanup. Owner hasn't sent me the key. Doesn't look in bad shape. Oh, it's got to slide out. Look inside. You can see you're not. Okay, I don't know if you could see in there or not. I couldn't see in there very well. Climbed up on the hitch. Little fire pit. See if there's somewhere we can walk. Yeah, this bench goes out here a little bit. Build a cabin or a house out here. RVs right there. Yeah, you could use this bench. Come out here and really have some views. Oh. There's another bench right there. You could make a road down to this one too if you wanted. And the property boundary goes all along the bottom, comes back. You can almost, yeah, you can see the switchback right there where it goes back down to the gate. The gate code changes once a month. Changes once a month. Okay. Take a look over here. This part goes down. I think you have more room. You have more room this direction. Some dozer work. You make a pretty nice site. Cut this dirt. Bring it out this way. And then it goes downhill from here. Okay, you can see on the aerial map, this wouldn't be difficult to do either without a lot of expense. Start cutting the road sideways, come down here, and you can see on the aerial map a patch of grassy ground. Get through those trees. Looks about that big when you're standing here. That's a nice spot down there. And you can see the tippy tops of the Sangre de Cristos of the west. Small, but it'd be pretty with the snow caps on them once the snow starts flying. Just a little deer track trail through there. Okay, and I think we're through. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive back out, and when we get down the bottom, I'm gonna show you that from the bottom up, the bottom portion of this property, rather than try to fly my drone. So we're gonna drive back out and head back down. Okay, we just left the RV site. We're coming back to that little Y, and then we're gonna hit that dog leg again, and then head back down to the main road. And if anybody's living up here year-round, and you need it, or if you come up here every once in a while, and if there was snow at this elevation and it hadn't melted off yet, you could get a hold of the road association. They'd come up and plow it and straighten it out for you. Or if you're living up here year-round, they just keep it maintained. So this dog leg's coming up. This is the shot over the majority of Fisher's Peak. Real nice guy that I just talked to, lives in the adobe house over there, as if you can probably see it. Here's that dog leg. And you got to keep that dog leg tight, because it's a bit of a drop. All right. When I get to the bottom portion of the property, we're back to the main road. We're going to take a right off of Deer Canyon Drive, and this will take us back to the gate. Like I say, I'll show you the bottom portion of the property. That dog leg is right there, so the property is just right over on the other side of that hill. Okay, what I did is I just went ahead and drove all the way back to the bottom dog leg. The gate is not very far in this direction. This is the land on the left. This is a good way to look at it. On top of the hill right there in the corner is where the RV and the power is pulled to. The northern boundary line cuts right across those rocks right there and goes way up there on top. But there's a lot of room down in here. It's nice to have this little valley. Yeah, actually some aspens right there. There's plenty of room back up in here if you built down in here, and there's power down here too. Got some nice spots right up in here. You're not going to see those big views of Fisher's Peak down in here, but you'll also be out of the wind, and you'd have a really good chance of getting a water well with trees like this and plants like this, as this creek will run anytime there's any moisture. Looks like there's a ridge. If you came off the RV site, you can go along that ridge too. But you can tell by the treetops until you start getting to the hill. You've got a lot of room all down in here. You could build on this end, drill a water well back there in the creek, but you could build somewhere in here, and you're going to have views of Fisher's Peak. And I can see the power pole to the RV up there. But all this area down in here, and then with all these trees, you could cut a road, and you could put a place back up in here, up against that big hill, where you would have privacy from the main road. There's the power pole at the RV site up there. And we're almost to the, I was saying western boundary on top. We're almost to the eastern boundary. Where the RV's at, that's sitting right there at the eastern boundary. You can do a place anywhere in here. It's hard to tell on a video camera, but I can just tell it's flat leading up to that RV pole. And then once we get about right here is the eastern boundary line on the bottom. Okay, yeah, you see this flag and this house. It's the artist lady's house that I was telling you about in the beginning of the video. This is a little better shot looking back. Guess I'm not done yet. You come off the RV site, that meadow site I took a picture of up above is going to be that flat spot right there. I don't know if you can tell in the video. And then the aspen tree that I showed you is right down here. And here's some grass on the bottom, and then there's another nice bench right over here, and you can go back up in there. There's a lot of places on here. I'm actually kind of surprised. And here, come down here, like right here, down here along this front edge. I drill a well back there, and then those thick trees, pinyon pines and junipers there, you'll have the view. And maybe use that top part as a fun place or something. Okay, now headed back to the gate. So that whole hill over there is the land. And that meadow area, that's a big flat bench spot right there. If you came off the top. But drilling a water well would be tough. You could drill one down here and then run it up the hill, do non-freeze, or you could bury it in this kind of dirt. RV's right up there. Okay, now we're through.